My name's Jack, and I've been a miner for over 15 years. Most folks think mining is just hard hats, dust, and danger. They're right. But sometimes the danger comes with a twist you'll never forget. This is the story of how I fell into the earth, found gold and diamonds, and realized that life's true treasures have nothing to do with shiny rocks. That morning was like any other. Coffee, lunch pail, quick kiss goodbye to my wife, and the familiar rattle of the old mine elevator. The deeper we went, the more the air turned heavy. We were chasing a new vein, something the company swore was promising. I was checking beams and setting charges when I felt a tremor under my boots. Not unusual. Mines shift all the time. But this tremor didn't stop. The ground gave way. I fell. The drop was maybe 20 or 30 feet, but in total darkness, it felt like forever. I landed on jagged rocks, twisted my ankle, and cracked my helmet lamp. The light flickered, but it worked just enough to show me where I was. And that's when I saw it. A cavern. Natural. Untouched. The walls shimmered in the dim light. At first, I thought I was hallucinating from the pain, but when I got closer, my jaw dropped. Raw veins of gold glinting back at me. And in the cracks? Clear, sharp stones that sparkled even through the dust. Diamonds. Me, a coal miner, sitting in a hidden vault worth millions. For a second, I laughed. The absurdity of it all hit me. I was probably the first man in history to literally fall onto a pile of treasure. But reality came quick. The entrance above was blocked with rock. My ankle throbbed. The radio was smashed. And the air was stale. I shouted for help, but all I heard was my own voice bouncing back. The silence between echoes was louder than anything. Time slowed. Minutes felt like hours. I pressed my back against the glittering wall, and instead of excitement, I felt dread. What good was treasure if you couldn't spend it? What good was gold if you died alone in a hole? I thought of my wife, my kids. Their faces filled my head, and for the first time in years, I was scared to death. Not of darkness, not of the mine, but of never seeing them again. After what felt like hours, I remembered my emergency kit. My hands shook as I dug it out. Inside, a flare. I struck it. The red light hissed to life, filling the cavern. For a brief moment, I forgot my pain. The glow bounced off the diamonds, scattering crimson light like fireflies. It was the most beautiful, surreal thing I'd ever seen. I aimed the flare upward, toward a narrow shaft where a crack of air flowed. Maybe, just maybe, someone topside would see it. Exhaustion set in. I leaned back, the flare burning beside me, and whispered to myself, if this is it, at least I went out seeing something extraordinary. I must have passed out, because the next thing I heard was faint shouting. My name. Voices. The rocks above shifted, beams of light broke through. My crew. They'd seen the flare. They were digging, clawing, calling out to me. When the rocks gave way and their helmets lit up the cavern, I felt more relief than I'd ever known. They hauled me out, patched me up, and got me topside. I'd never tasted air so sweet. Later, geologists confirmed it. I'd stumbled into one of the richest deposits in the region. Gold, diamonds, and minerals untouched for centuries. Everyone wanted to know, did I regret not pocketing something? Truth? Not for a second. In that cavern, treasure didn't matter. Breathing mattered. Family mattered. When I finally got home, my wife nearly crushed me in her arms. My kids wouldn't let go. I sat at my own dinner table that night, ankle bandaged, still covered in dust, and I laughed. Not because I found treasure, but because I almost lost the real treasure and made it back. The company eventually secured the cavern, turned it into a controlled excavation site. People made millions off what I stumbled into. And yeah, sometimes it stings to know I didn't walk away rich. But here's the thing. Every night, when I tuck my kids in, I remember the silence of that cave. The weight of being trapped. The sound of my name echoing from above. No diamond shines brighter than that moment. And that's my story. The day I fell into the earth, discovered a hidden fortune, and walked away with something priceless: my life.